Welcome, all my fellow Washington brethren and sistren. I am your man and resident Washington football fan, Lou. Thank you for joining me here on the Washington Football Report. Breaking news just coming down the news wire. Dwayne Haskins has been benched in favor of backup Kyle Allen heading into the Week 5 matchup at home versus the Los Angeles Rams. I can't say that I'm surprised here. Ron sounded non-committal on Monday. I told you he did not sound like a guy that was pleased with what he was getting from the quarterback position. After watching the film, I've got a play that I think is the one that ultimately swayed the coach's decision to go with Kyle Allen, and I'll get to that a little bit in a little bit. But there are a lot of different reasons as to why Dwayne Haskins is no longer the starter, and you could point to a number of things. And this film breakdown that I did on Patreon, and if you're not a patron, you got to get on Patreon. You're missing out on what's going on at all positions, but specifically the quarterback position, because you can't see everything on the TV copy. And there were some really damning plays in this game versus Baltimore, and there were a lot of things left on the field. There were a lot of opportunities. When you watch this game, you say, we're not that far away if certain plays are made, and they just weren't. And it wasn't just Dwayne. However, he was the biggest culprit. And I talked about the lack of playmaking ability. That was the thing that really kind of pissed me off after Sunday's game. Before I even watched the film, it's just Dwayne's inability or his unwillingness to want to run, to want to extend plays, to want to be a playmaker. You know, he's getting great protection and he's just standing there like a statue, like his feet are stuck in quicksand. And then when the pressure gets there, he's just throwing the football away. And you're saying you could have done something there. So there are a number of different reasons as to why this has happened. And I don't think we've seen the last of Dwayne Haskins starting in Washington. I really don't. This is not a death sentence for him here in Washington. It's not a good omen. I can tell you that much. As of right now, if you ask me, they're more inclined to draft a quarterback next year than they're not. But there's still a lot of football left to be played. And I'm just going to tell you right now, Kyle Allen isn't the ultimate answer. This offense will look better with Kyle Allen, but we'll discuss all of that later on tonight on the show live. We'll be live for Washington Football Nightly tonight at 8:30 p. This will be a big show, obviously, because of the news, and the media will have their first opportunity to speak with Ron Rivera after the decision that he's made to go with Kyle Allen in week number 5. So we'll have a lot to chew on tonight. But what I want you to do is turn your focus to the description of this video. At the very top of the description, I've got a link to a video. It's an excerpt from my Patreon film breakdown of the second half of the Ravens game. In there is one play in particular that I believe got Dwayne benched. This is the play. This is the one that I watched and I said, this can't happen if they're going to bench Dwayne. And I actually say it in my film breakdown. If they're going to bench Dwayne, it's because of this play right here. This was the straw that broke the camel's back. Now, again, there are a lot of plays and a lot of things. It's a confluence of things that got Dwayne benched, but this was the straw that broke the camel's back. You can't do this. Dwayne did it, and now I think he's on the bench because of it. So check that video out, and we'll be back later tonight at 8:30 p. to discuss everything going on in Washington, including Dwayne Haskins being benched in favor of Kyle Allen. I am a Washington football fan, etched in burgundy and gold. My Washington spirit will never die. Washington spirit will never fold. Until we meet again, hail to our beloved Washington football team. Until next time, you guys enjoy. Remember, down in the description of this video, you will find a link to an excerpt of my film breakdown from the Ravens game of the one play that got Dwayne Haskins benched. Go ahead and check that out. I'll see you guys a little bit later. Have a good one. LouieTeeNetwork.